Hey everyone, this week we're going to be attempting to capture the essence, mood and vibe of a landscape location. So quite often in my videos I'm talking about the technical aspects of photography, and that's great, you need to know all that stuff, but what I don't often cover is the more artistic side of things. So that's the storytelling and capturing the mood and the atmosphere and the vibe of a place. So that's what we're going to be covering today. It's certainly something I need to improve on. And I'm going to be heading down towards that mountain behind me. I'm in Germany still, I'm on holiday. You might have seen my last video when I was up near Dresden. Today I'm down near the Alps. The nearest place is a little town called Ramsau. And obviously you can see the huge mountains behind me. And I'm going to try and capture those mountains with a sunset, but try and inject some of the landscape or the environment or just some little elements which will really tell a story about this location. So let's head down and I'll talk a bit more when I get down there. So what is the essence of a location? Anyone can just point the camera at a beautiful scene and click the shutter button, but good landscape photography is so much more than that. We're going to need to consider the technical aspects, like I said, but we're going to leave that aside for this video. So the other thing we need to think about is the story and the mood and the vibe. It needs to reflect our experience when we're at the location, but also evoke a response in anybody else who's going to look at that image. So we need to think about those things and try and capture those into the image to really induce that response from them. One thing you can do before you even get to your location is talk to people, talk to locals, read about the location, do your research and really get an understanding of the place and what makes it special and unique. I've got a bit of an advantage in that respect because Andrea, who's behind the camera right now, my wife, is German and I've got a little bit of inside knowledge. But I have also just been capturing experiences while I've been here and trying to look at little local leaflets and brochures and things like that just to understand what this place is all about. I was here last night with my mobile phone, just doing a little bit of scouting out, finding out some compositions, getting some ideas of what I was going to capture today. And I've also been using my mobile phone today because it's just quicker just to get it out and just get a quick composition. But as we head down, I'm going to get my camera out, the Z7, and we're going to capture some images of the mountain. It's getting towards golden hour time now. And I'm hoping we're going to get some lovely light on the mountains. We've got some cloud in the sky, not too much. It's absolutely perfect at the minute. If we get the light on those mountains, it's going to be great. So let's see how it turns out. So I'm trying to find elements that will help tell the story of this location. It's quite an agricultural area, so I want to include things that are farm-like, such as the hut just behind me. I've got this pile of logs here, but it's not really quite working for me yet. This composition just isn't quite right, and I need to find something else. If there were some animals around, cows for example, that'd be really good, and you can think about including those in your scene. I think that's much easier in things like street photography and portraiture, but it is really difficult for landscape photography. But I'm going to keep moving on and I'm sure I'll find something. I'm hoping the light's going to start hitting the mountain. It was really good last night, but perhaps because of the clouds today, it's blocking a little bit of that golden light. But we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so I was literally just saying it'd be great if there were some cows or some kind of animals in the scene. And all of these cows with bells around their necks have just turned up. They're walking this way, so I'm not going to stay too close. And Andrea has had to take Otis back, so that's why I'm filming this by myself. But I think I might be able to get a good image. Hopefully with the cows in, but they are following me at the moment. So yeah, high drama, but I'll check back in shortly. The cows have passed, they're in the distance just behind me now. I didn't really want to risk it. I don't think they were threatening in any way really, but didn't want to risk it. So yeah, like I said, I did get some shots briefly with the cows in. But what I'm going to do now is just get some shots with, I'm not really sure what you call this, but it's a container which contains water for the cows. And I think that's enough really. Don't necessarily need the cow in there. That by itself tells a story of this scene. It's quite quintessential for this area, and it's going to look quite nice. It looks really small in the scene, which emphasises the mountains. That's obviously telling a story because it's showing how huge the mountains are. I've got the hut down at the side there, and if I can just get some light on those mountains, it could be a good shot. It is going down over there behind me, and I'm hoping that that's going to shine onto the mountains. It did last night, but so far it's not really materialising on the mountains, probably because of the clouds. But I'm going to wait it out and see what we can get. If we don't quite get the lights, I'm going to get a shot anyway, but then I'll also show you some of the shots I got last night, which didn't have the cloudy sky, but I did get the nice light in the mountains. I think this is roughly going to be the composition. Got the little water carrier here, just off centre. Got the tree which fills a lot of the middle space. The hut just on the left, this clump of trees here, and obviously the mountains in the background. We're not quite getting those sunset colours, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully it's still going to be a nice tranquil shot, and hopefully we have captured something of this location. So we're about 10 minutes away from sunset now, and I'm not going to get the colours that I got last night, unfortunately. But it is still really nice soft light, and it has got that really nice calm vibe, which adds to this scene. And I'm hoping that with the other elements, such as the water container and the hut, and obviously the mountains, that I will have actually captured some of the essence of this location, which is what I set out to do. So overall, not too disappointed. And what I might do is just get a shot of the sky from tonight, and then I can combine it when I get home with an image that I got yesterday with the lovely golden hour light on the mountains. And that way I can create a composite which includes all of my own photography, so it doesn't feel like it's cheating quite as much as a normal sky replacement. So if that image comes out okay, I'll put it up now. So I'm going to head back to the camper van now, and we'll wrap this one up. Okay, so it's a couple of weeks later now and I'm back from holiday. I did want to do my outro in Germany in the camper van, but it was a little bit too dark. so I thought I'd wait until I got home. And it was a fantastic holiday, we had a great time, and it's really nice to be sharing the footage and images with you now. But as you saw from the video earlier, I did fall foul of the weather just a little bit. You can't really help that, that's landscape photography, you can't control the weather. And to be fair, the previous evening when I'd gone out, I did have some fantastic light, some really great orangey, golden, yellow light just casting down onto those mountain tops. But I didn't think the sky was very interesting, it was very flat, there was no cloud detail. So I thought I'd gamble and go out again the second evening, and I'd seen the forecast, I knew there was going to be some cloud. And it was absolutely perfect to start with, there was just the right amount of cloud behind the mountains. There was no cloud behind me, so the light could shine down onto the side of the mountains. But unfortunately, as we got closer and closer towards sunset time, the cloud just got thicker and thicker, and in the end, there was just no light coming through, and we ended up with some really bland light. So I had to make that composite, but like I said, I did get the shot of the sky myself, and I used the shot from the previous evening with the golden hour light on the side of the mountain and put those two together. But it's all my photography, and it's all in the same location, so hopefully it's not cheating too much. And having said that, I do quite like some of the images I got on the second evening without the golden hour light. There's just something about them, and there's a calmness and a tranquility to the scene, and I did get that feeling when I was there in Berchtesgaden. It is a really quiet place, there's not many people around in the evening, and you've got the birds cheeping in the background. So hopefully some of that is captured into the scene, and that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to capture some of the essence, the atmosphere and mood. I've definitely learnt something, but it's something I do need to practice a lot more. I found it is really hard with landscape photography to try and pick out elements in your scene to tell that story. But it was great fun and I really enjoyed it, so I hope you did too, and if you learnt anything or if you enjoyed it in any way, just give me a thumbs up down below, it really helps the channel. And that's about it for this one, so thanks a lot for watching everyone. Really do appreciate it as always. And if you are new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, you can just click down there on the big red button or over here on this picture of me, and that way you'll stay up to date with everything I'm doing each and every week. There's a new video every Sunday morning at 10 AM UK time. So there's going to be more from Germany next week. I hope you'll tune in for that one, but until then, thanks a lot everyone, and bye for now.